Hey everybody, welcome back to Lettermen Row. I am Austin Ward, joined for the first time by the new professional Jonathon Cooper, Mr. Blocko himself, down there in Fort Lauderdale training after a busy weekend at the Senior Bowl. That stock is still on the rise. Coop, congratulations on a great career. Thanks for letting me cover you. How is this process going for you now these last couple weeks?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. The process has been actually going pretty well. Right after the national championship game, I went straight down here to Fort Lauderdale. I've been training down here, and then I just had the week at the Senior Bowl, which was a great experience. I can't give enough credit to Jim Nagy and those guys getting that together. It was just an all-around great time.
So you're starting your career. This is a pressure-packed couple months, and then you talked about the national championship game, and I know how much that stung, how you didn't want to leave the field, take that jersey off. I mean, how quickly were you able to maybe process those emotions compared to what you've got to deal with now to take the next step? I assume you're not over it, so I'm not suggesting that, but how do you filter that into this next step?
I just feel like you can't. You're never going to get over that. I don't think anybody on that team is going to get over that loss. That won't hurt. But I realized that now my college career is over, and I had to start taking things a little bit more seriously and handle myself as a professional and get ready for the NFL. And honestly, I'm excited about it. I embrace it. I feel like I'm ready. I feel like I had a really good season, and as much as it sucks to leave all my guys behind, I feel like I'm ready for this next step.
So you've got a little bit of a head start. We know that pro day and the combine, those are all going to look a little different than normal, but you got to meet with probably some general managers, scouts, coaches. I don't know who all was there last week for the Senior Bowl, but you've got a feel for what kind of questions people have about you. What do they want to know, and what are you telling them they would get in Jonathon Cooper when you're drafted?
Well, really, I feel like everybody. I met with a lot of teams and a lot of scouts, and basically they just all really wanted to know just who I am and how serious do I actually take the game. Obviously, I feel like they hear it from my coaches at Ohio State, how hard I go, how serious I take the game, how much of a leader I am, but actually getting in front of them and showing them the type of person I am. I basically tell them, like, hey, whatever you need me to do, whether it's special teams, playing defensive end, even some rumors about me dropping back to Sam Backer, I'll do it all. I'm ready. I love the game of football, and I'm ready.
The other part, of course, as we've heard from Buckeyes for years, is that the film, that's the resume. And so we've got some of those highlights right now. Let's break it down. Jonathon Cooper, let's roll the tape. All right, Coop, I probably don't need to jog your memory too much here, making some plays against Clemson, getting to Trevor Lawrence. This is one that it looks like it's straight out of the Larry Johnson toolbox here. Take me through what you're looking at as you get through a play here coming off that left edge.
Yeah, so throughout the game, I feel like I was selling a lot of power and trying to set up my speed rush around them. This is straight out of Coach Johnson with my hands staying tight to my chest. I do one side scissors. I missed it, but Coach Johnson always says that keep going, keep hitting your hands through. And once I hit it again, it actually cleared myself. I was able to get off the tackle and then burst to the ball, which is another key thing. And, Coach Johnson is big on strip sacks. He's not a fan of sacks. He wants strip sacks. So the fact that I was able to get that ball out even makes it even better.
It doesn't feel like, having been around Coach Johnson now for a little bit longer in my career now, it doesn't seem like he's always had such a great influence on the strip sack, the strip part of it. Has that changed over the course of your career? Did he start talking to you guys more about that as you got later on in your time with Ohio State?
I feel like, for me, ever since I was a freshman, that's kind of what he's been coaching. Getting the ball out is such a game changer, and especially if the other team recovers it. But if you just get a sack, even though they still have a chance to get a first down, but you getting the ball back to the offense is a whole nother level.
What does this feel like?
All right. That's definitely going to go in one of my top memories ever at Ohio State, man. That was great. That was great, especially not being able to play against them last year too. Yeah, that one felt really good.
All right, same situation here, but a little bit different look. You don't have an end here coming at you, or
Right.
not a tight end, not the tackle. You get this look. What flashes through your mind when this is what you got in front of you?
So they actually ran this play like two or three more times, like before this one actually happened. Um, Beforehand, I was getting off the ball a little late, like a delayed play action a little bit. This time, I actually read it. I knew it was going to be a pass before the ball was snapped, just because of the way that the game was going. And I've seen that formation before. They try to slow up the defensive end. So my whole entire goal was to just get off the rock as fast as I can, um, and beat that guard to the spot. So as soon as I saw the ball snap, I ran. Um, I was right there. I I wish I got my arm right around him. Couldn't bring him down exactly, but my guy Tyreek, my guy Tyreek had me as soon as I missed that one.
All right, now we've had this conversation before about getting in the stat sheet and sacks that you may or not be credit for. Like you make this happen. Shouldn't this be an assisted sack? I mean, come on.
I feel like maybe they should add that to the stat sheet. It would look better, but I mean, all in all, I mean, the film's there, and I'm just happy that Tyreek was there to get it.
You don't gotta.
That right there, though, the end, the fact that I couldn't get the ball back from Jackson, oh man,
That would have been some bragging rights right there, I think.
really though. If he didn't even see the ball, I might have been able to scoop and score too. Oh, that would have been great. But
Well, I didn't
yeah,
mean to bring up some bad memories with this one. I thought they would feel pretty good about the play you made, but that's that could have put it away a little bit earlier.
yeah, but it definitely could have. But this is another one of those plays that I just, it's going to go down as one of the plays. But I missed it though. I don't know how I missed that. I had his whole shoulder.
Well, hey, Trevor Lawrence is pretty big. He's on scholarship too. It's okay.
Yeah, he is.
All right, so brand new clips. Didn't even go back deep into the Jonathon Cooper archives for this one. You go to the Senior Bowl. You're trying to make an impression on these guys. We know that the practices maybe count sometimes a little bit more weight, but you're still playing a game, and you made a couple big plays over the weekend. I know that this doesn't compare to doing it against Clemson, but knowing what was on the line maybe for you personally, how does this one stack up? How did it feel?
Yeah, right. So I mean, it still felt amazing. I feel like getting a sack. That feeling never changes. But this particular play, I just knew that the QB had it. They were trying to run a little play action, maybe draw me inside a little bit to throw it to the tight end. But once again, I read it really well, and he tried to shake me a little bit, but I was able to get him down. And once again, that's one of those plays that was just icing on the cake right there.
I don't think that there's a lot of quarterbacks that are just going to run away from you, but that's another story. Here you get upfield a little bit. What's the mindset you get into this position? Doesn't look like at this point that you're really winning if the quarterback steps in the pocket. What do you do from here? How does the training take over?
Right. So once again, my first thing as soon as the ball snap is get off. So as soon as I got off the ball, he kind of ran with me. But as soon as you get to the level of the quarterback, you got to counter back inside to make the play. You can't just run around the quarterback. That's bad because he can get out the pocket and make plays. I saw that I was at the level of the quarterback. He was stepping up a little bit. So as soon as I seen that, I just countered right back inside, ended up throwing the tackle out of my way, and was credited for the half sack right there. My guy on the opposite end, Notre Dame, man.
That's the Midwest coming through, going to get that big win in the Senior Bowl. I know that's you would have gladly traded that for one earlier in the month, but you had that silver bullet helmet on for the last time, made some plays and got a win, so I know how much that would have meant to you.
Yeah, it meant a lot, honestly. It really did.
All right, big journey ahead. We'll be anxiously following that along as Jonathon Cooper gets ready for the NFL draft with more coverage of that in Lettermen Row. Coop, thanks for joining us for your first BuckIQ, man. We'll hope to have you again soon.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.